All right. Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Paul, for counting me in before the show. It's awesome. And thanks, everyone, for coming to Shaw is Comedy is Fun Live by Shaw. I forgot the name of the show already. It's going to be a fun show. You guys saw the intro. You're expecting Dave to be the host. I'm the host tonight. Last minute fill in because Dave is like extremely sick. Kissing too many floozies in the streets. I know it's going to be a good show because with me, I hold the key to the door of imagination. And through this door is another dimension. A dimension not only of sound and sight, but of mind. Your heart races. The car speeds up. You see the sign post up ahead. Your next stop, a horrible monologue by a skinny ginger freak. This is fun. I'm glad all you guys could show up. You guys all had nothing else to do. I know all of you, so. This feels like school right now. It's in front of all my friends and all the comics, and who are also my friends. So thanks, guys, for coming out. And we'll all get drunk later. They don't have a liquor license here yet, I hear. So I don't know. School is fun, huh? Did you guys go to school? I'm asking a bunch of comics. I remember school. I did show and tell in school. That was fun. I did in grade 1. Also, other grades also, not just grade 1. But I remember doing it one time, and I brought in this picture that I thought was like a cool picture. I brought in. It was a picture of me, and then outside the window of my house is a family of raccoons. And I was like, oh, this is a cool picture. I'll bring that in, show my class, my teacher, everybody. Get back home, my mom's like, what'd you bring? I was like, oh, this picture. And she goes, oh, no, not that picture, no. And I was like, what? I never understood why she flipped out so much until I looked at it a couple years ago. And it's me, the raccoons outside, and then a giant pot plant. Inside the house. It dwarfed me. It was bigger. It didn't even fit in the picture. It was so big. And I showed my class, my teachers, everybody this. Now I know why after that day, just all my teachers would hang out at my house for no reason. Just watch Fantasia a lot, and we'd get the hell out of there. And then, I know I sound like my grandmother. It's too much water. I'm drowning in the. I'm too sober. This sucks. I'm not even high. I remember I did weed honey with my dad a little while ago, and that was fun. We were watching the hockey game. He invites me over, and he's got this new weed honey for his back because he's a dirty cripple. So we have this weed honey, and you're supposed to give like a little drop, like as big as your fingernail, right? But he didn't read the box properly. He gave 2 tablespoons each. So we're just zombies. We're sitting there watching the hockey game, just like. My mom's loving it because usually we're screaming and yelling at the TV, and she's just going. We watched the entire hockey game, watch a whole entire episode of Coronation Street. Coronation Street ends, and then we both look at each other and we're like, what was the score in the hockey game? And he's like, you idiot. Oh, what was the score in the hockey game? I forget the end. I haven't done that joke in a while. But I was warning one of the comics before. I'm like, I have no clean material. I'm pulling stuff out from 2 years ago. And I don't remember how it goes. I was driving today, and there's this thing on the radio came on, a commercial for those. And a commercial came on. It's like, so-and-so professional morticians. And I'm like, really? Do you need the professional part in front of, like, I don't think there's any hobbyists. Morticianing stuff. Some guy just, like, in a pawn shop sees a bunch of embalming fluid. He's like, maybe I'll dabble. I drove past one of those, those red bins that are like it's a donation bin for, like, clothing to diabetic people. And, like, that's not even close to what they need. Like, think the last thing they need is clothes. Like, also, if you see me, none of my clothes are gonna fit anybody with type 2 diabetes. Maybe you shouldn't have ended on that one, huh? I don't know. I'm a skinny, twiggy freak. You were there in the beginning. I told you all that. I used to be a lifeguard. Can you believe that? I know you're thinking, please don't try and save anybody ever, which I didn't. They all died. And no, but I never went far with it because I was traumatized by the training of becoming a lifeguard. Because what happens is they do this thing called mock rescues. And they do it during public swimming. So, like, I'm in the pool, and, like, whole bunch of people around. It's public swimming, so it's authentic, right? And then the teacher blows her whistle. She's like, beep, 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 beep. This guy's got a spinal injury, pointing at me, and I'm like, oh, damn it. Guess I got a spinal injury now. And all these 16-year-old girls jump in the pool after me. I was also 16. Like, not that weird. Just 27, feel like being a lifeguard all of a sudden. Nothing weird going on here. So anyways, they all come to rescue me, and what happens when you have a spinal injury is it's very claustrophobic, because what happens is they strap you to a board, they put your head in, strap your chest, strap your waist, your hips, same thing, and then they drag me through the water, and I'm going through the waves like this, and there's water going over top of me, and I have zero body fat, so my nipples are poking out. They're dragging me through, and then they pull me onto shore, and by this time, everyone just thinks I'm being rescued because they don't know that I'm not injured, right? So they drag me onto shore, and then all of a sudden, all the girls start, like, feeling my chest for compressions. Start giving me fake breaths, but there's glazing my ear. Oh, so slowly and gently. There's nothing I could do. I was strapped to a spinal board. So I'm sitting here just like, oh, no, go away. I don't need you right now. I don't have control over you. Go away. It's like talking back to me. He's like, you're not my real dad. And I'm like, what the fuck? This one guy yells out, oh my God, it's alive. And I'm like, somebody dip me in the water. No, I think that's enough of me. Let's bring on someone funny, all right? This next guy, very hilarious, all the way from Vernon. He's one of the funniest people I ever knew. Dave specifically told me best intros you've ever given. Before this. No, I'm thinking too much. This next guy, his hat's backwards. Give it up for Taz McNally.
All right. How you guys doing? Feeling pretty good? Yeah. Yeah, good response. Me, not so much. Not so much. Been a little down lately. Been a little depressed. Been losing my hair pretty rapidly. It's starting to get to me a little bit. So I did a little buzz action there to medium results. And what I noticed up here, this new part of the face up there, is I'm getting a little acne. So not only is my hairline receding, my face is expanding. It's not good news. Something cool happened to me the other day. I got asked if I was a comedian for the first time in real life. And they said not because I'm funny, because I just look otherwise unemployed. Took away from it a little bit. It's not too far off either. I'm a stay-at-home dad. I do a lot of that phony encouragement voice. You know, good job, buddy. Way to go. You know that one? Then sometimes I'll forget to turn it off again when I go to talk to adults, and I'll look like a jackass. The other day, my wife came home from work, and I was like, good job, baby. Parallel parking all by yourself. Who's a big girl? Didn't go over so well. I like being married. It's lots of perks. Lots of perks. My wife's like my accountant, financial advisor. I'm so bad with money, it's embarrassing. When I see a commercial and I hear terms like bi-weekly, bi-monthly payments, that just sounds like hooking up with a dude every once in a while. Like being married. And it's funny. I just say I'm married. It's just my girlfriend. We just live together, have kids together and all that. I figure if I just keep calling her my wife for long enough, she'll forget we didn't have a wedding and that I don't have to pay for one. Because marriage, that's some serious stuff. That is the real deal right there. I look at relationships like a sports contract. This time I'm in it to win it. Face of the franchise. My name, on the back of the kids' jerseys. We had a kid together. It's a 20-year deal right there. Bang. We had another kid. Contract extension. Pow. Marriage. It's a lifetime deal with a no trade clause. And sometimes towards the end of your career, you might want to start exploring other options, seeing what else is out there. Take a look at your team, and maybe the defense isn't as tight as it used to be. Perhaps a little lower in the standings you've grown accustomed to. Then again, maybe it's you. You know, maybe one of our friends, the assistant coach, comes and taps you on the shoulder and says, you know what? You're getting older, dropping balls left and right. Your stamina sucks, and you're not exactly standing up during the anthem anymore. If you know what I mean. Management is starting to take notice. That's when you go, it's all right. I was thinking of going back down to the minors anyway. All right.
All right, give it up for Taz McNally, everybody. It's awesome. All right. Or as I like to call him, Kurt Cobain with a tapeworm. All right. All right, we got next another comic for you guys. This next guy, he just recently won the Sick and Twisted Dirty Joke competition at Dakota's, which won him a spot to go to the Rickshaw Theatre for the Comedy Shocker in Vancouver. Please give it up for Mr. Kyle P. Ferris.
Oh, how you guys doing tonight? Shaw. So proud to be part of Comedy is Fun Live. It's awesome. I recently just got back from a wedding. Big round of don't do it, actually. I hate weddings. Weddings are the absolute worst. I feel like they're like a huge investment for like no real benefit to yourself, you know? Unless there's an open bar, of course, then I'm game. This one did not have an open bar, so I really did not want to go at all. But I kind of had to. It was my little sister's wedding. The problem is it was like 8-hour drive, and like the whole way there, I'm just like, oh my God, why did I ask her to marry me? This is so stupid. Just kidding. No, I'm just kidding. It was a beautiful wedding. It was really good. I'm happy for my little sister and a beautiful little family. I don't know. It's not for me though. I don't like big crowds. I couldn't do that. Like if I was gonna get married, I'd do it like my buddy's parents. He was telling me his parents got married in a drive-through chapel in Vegas. They have drive-through weddings. Like how awesome would that be? Like pull through. You're just like, yeah. Can I get a combo 2 wedding, please? And a cheeseburger. Also, could you please supersize the bridesmaids? I want my wife to look good, you know? You good? Like, I don't think I'll ever get married. I don't know. I can't even tell a girl I love her. Like, I think that's like a huge part of the whole wedding step. Like, you might have to go there first. I don't know. I've always had problems with that ever since I was younger. Like the first time I ever told a girl that I loved her was also the first time I ever got thanked for saying something to anybody. I was like, it's okay, Mom, take your time. You know, I know I got red hair or whatever. I'm also just like really self-conscious about myself lately. I don't know. Like like my drug of choice is food. I love food now that I'm in like I can't get enough food. Like some people spend all their time getting high. I spend all my time getting fries because I love fries. Delicious. But I had no idea what I was doing to my body, my poor body. Like I ran into an old friend. I hadn't seen him in years. He's like, "Oh my God, Kyle, is that you?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's me, man." What? He's like, "Wow, dude, you look comfortable." Like, what do you mean? He's like, "What, you got a new girlfriend or something that cooks for you all the time?" I'm like, "Oh, wow. That is the nicest way ever you can call someone fat." Like, I was just impressed. I wasn't even sad until I got home. I told my girlfriend what he said, and she's like, "Aw, I love your dad body." I was like, "What? Dad, what?" Like, I don't even have any kids. Or a dad, for that matter. Like, where did I get this from? My girlfriend, though, she's pretty awesome. She's got the voice of an angel. One time, she actually let me film her giving an oral presentation. Yeah. which was really nice of her because every now and then, like when she was at work and I'm by myself, I could look at that video and just like pretend it's me she's talking to. Thank you guys very much.
All right, Kyle P. Ferris, everybody. The camera adds 10 pounds to his forehead, so it's good. All right. All right, we're going to keep the show rolling. This next guy, he's doing a show in Vancouver at the Just for Laughs Festival for the Outsider Show with this guy also. We're like the lowest names on the totem pole. You see the poster for it's like Todd Barry, Bill Burr, and then we're like, you need a microscope to find us at the bottom. But we're on that thing. It's a credit for life. So here, please give it up for the very hilarious Mr. Jordan Strauss.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Thank you. Here we are, smack dab, middle of winter. I, for one, am sick of it. I do not like the snow. I don't know what happened when I was a child. The first day it snowed, most magnificent day of the year. Fling open the curtains, I'd stare at it. Just, wow, amazing. I was a fool. Now that I'm an adult, first day it snows, by far the worst day of the year. Fling open the curtains, and I just stare at it. Zero joy in my heart. Just stare at it like a disappointed dad watching his son take his 50th swing at a t-ball game. Just... How? You know? It doesn't make sense to me. You know, even the Canadian geese know to ship off to Maui or whatever. They're supposed to be patriots. Canadian geese. National animal, only here part-time. I know technically the beaver is our national animal, but I don't think that's true because I've never seen a beaver in real life. I can't even walk out my front door without kicking a goose in his big, dumb stomach. You know? Besides, you think beavers wouldn't swim to Maui for the winter if they could? Chew on some coconuts? The most desperate of all. They're out there biting trees. You ever been so cold you built a house with your face? This could be the year. I like to spend my my winters inside, indoors. I'm a house cat. Which is ironic because my favorite TV show right now is The Dog Whisperer. Could you imagine if he could do the same thing to humans that he does to dogs? How crazy that'd be. This little Mexican guy just walks in your city, goes up to the biggest, meanest, most violent bully in your city, just like, okay, just approach from the side, distract him in the front, pressure on the back of the neck, sweep the legs, rub the belly, he's a great guy now! And he pops up like, where's the soup kitchen? I'm gonna volunteer! Anyways, I think that's all my time. Thank you, guys.
All right, Jordan Strauss, everybody. Keep it going or not. All right. This next guy, I gotta take my time because he's way far in the back and he's stuck in the back. All right, this next guy. It's all in post. Everything's in post in this place. It's magic. This next guy, he has his own local show. Should I say the name of the bar? Yeah. Am I allowed to say stuff? He has his own. No, everyone will think we're nerds, dude. All right, this guy has a show at a local Viking bar where they serve mead and board games. Please give it up for Mr. Andrew Verge.
Thank you so much, Josh. Wow, this is great. I've got 3 dogs. Anyone have dogs? No? A great dog. I love dogs. I love this time of year. It's winter time, and I don't know if you. Here's a little tip for you if you have a dog. They always poop, you know. So now what I do is I always have to carry around bags, but instead, here's a little thing you can do: is there's snow on the ground. You use that bag to scoop up some snow, and you just cover up the poop. So, like that's April's problem. So, I know I have all my dogs are rescue dogs. I don't know if you ever go to the dog park. If you want to know how who has the rescue dogs, don't worry, their owners will tell you. So, it's true. My dogs are actually from the States. I got them from the United States, and one of them's from Compton, California. Yeah, true story. Hates car rides. It's weird. It's a Jack Russell Terrier, but loves drive-bys. So, I don't know. It's kind of weird. I did that joke one time, and actually this lady said to me, all of a sudden she said, "Were your dogs afraid of the dark?" I thought, what does she mean by that? And then I realized she was trying to go to like a racial place. And I'm like, whoa, hold on a second, lady. I'm going to stop you right there. My dogs don't see color, okay? So, just so you know. My most recent job was working at a dispensary, and it was a real medical marijuana dispensary, so it's like legit to help actual medical customers. But I don't know if you've been outside in Kelowna and smelt the air. There's a lot of sick people here. It's a lot. I don't know. Marijuana can have its benefits. I tried the marijuana diet. I don't know if you guys tried that. Right away, I lost 2 days. So, good. I was married for 10 years. Hold your applause. Celebrating an anniversary, though. I was married. It's about a year ago. I found out I'm in an open marriage. It's a joke. Some of them are jokes. Actually, I'm best friends with my ex-wife, and it's really nice. Actually, we went on a date the other day. I went on a date with her. It was nice. Like, I don't think her and her boyfriend saw me through the window at first. But I don't know. They had a nice time. It's good. So she's actually from the Czech Republic, and a lot of people thought she was a mail-order bride. How many people bought something off the internet? Show of applause. It's really easy, right? I'll tell the truth. I got her off the internet. I got her from a website. She's from the Czech Republic. It's called checksinthemail.com. I love this time of year. It's the Olympics. Everyone's excited about the Olympics? Yeah. Oh my God. I love the biathlon. Biathlon's so fun. You get to shoot a gun and ski, right? That's the best thing. The biathlon, fun. Like when I went to compete in a triathlon and I brought a gun, they called the cops. So the real joke there is that I did a triathlon. So I'm going to leave you guys with a little bit of advice. Take it from me or don't. It's relationship advice. You should never go to bed angry at each other. So I don't care if you go to bed angry. And this one, number 2, and this one's near and dear to my heart. You should never ever let them get citizenship. So, thank you very much. I'm Andrew Verge.
Andrew Verge, everybody. That's the last of the comedians that's here for everyone you saw before us. All right. We're here with Taz McNally. You saw him earlier in the show. Yep. How do you think your set went? All right, next question. I'll get to the prepared questions. All right. Do you have any other hobbies? Because clearly this isn't working out.
I'm pretty good at video games, and I'm okay at being a parent.
What was it like your first time ever doing stand-up?
Terrifying, I guess. I don't know.
Did you like scope it out for a long time before doing it, or did you just show up and do it?
Just jumped right in, and it didn't go well. Then the second time was really good.
Oh, really?
In Vancouver, I thought I'd expand the stage, make even more people see me bomb, and it went pretty well.
Expand the stage? What does that mean?
I don't know. More. I don't know.
What's it like being a comic?
You know, it's pretty good. We got a pretty good scene here, I think. There's lots of room for improvement. Always. Yeah.
It's our second show, dude.
Yeah. For such a small community of comics, it's pretty good. You get a lot of stage time. There's a lot of practice.
Good opportunities, too. You're going to Vancouver for the Rickshaw Theater Comedy Shocker.
Comedy, I'm already going to Vancouver, which is pretty cool. I got to go to Prince George a couple of months ago. That was pretty exciting.
That's where you live, but...
I mean, I had a free place to stay, so it was kind of...
All right, cool. That's Kyle P. Ferris, everybody. What's a typical open mic like?
Oh, God, where do I even start? First the sadness, then the anger, then denial.
You're just talking about the audience, right?
Let's talk about my personal feelings before I go on stage.
Oh.
I don't know, they're fun. There's a lot of comics signing up these days. You get to see a lot of new people all the time. good place to try out new jokes. You know, after a while of doing it, you just learn that bombing is a part of the process, and that's why I try to do it as often as possible.
All right, what's the most time you've ever done on stage?
45 minutes. That felt like 7 years of hell. In front of 4 people.
Okay, what's the longest time you've done well on stage?
Oh, jeez. I don't know. Anywhere from 20 to 30 seconds, probably.
How is a pro show any different? I don't even understand what that means.
I guess that means like if there's professionals on it.
I guess people paid to get in, and it's not a free show like this where they hate you.
If it's a paid show, you feel a little bit more guilty when you suck. But not much.
All right, you heard it here first, folks. That's all of your questions.
Thanks.
All of the questions. Thanks for hanging out, Jordan.
Thanks, Josh.
All right. What inspires your comedy?
Oh boy. Probably it gives me something to do. I don't have any other friends otherwise. So no, that's not true. I don't
bored and
know.
that's
Just
what
life. I try to just live off of experiences, and a lot of things that I say, people are shocked to find out that they're actually real. A lot of the stuff I talk about on stage is real.
Yeah, your wife thing?
Yeah, that's real.
Everyone's uncomfortable now.
Why?
I don't know why.
I don't know. They found the body. Don't worry. So.
Far, far away from here, too.
Right. So.
This is incriminating, isn't it?
Yep.
I should get to
We'll
the
cut this
written
out.
questions.
Okay, good.
That really tensed up the room. Luckily, it's the end of the show.
My
Really
wife's not
tense.
dead, just so you know. Okay, good.
They have editing stuff that
Yeah.
they can do. Would you rather be a rock star or a comedian, and why?
Oh boy, Dave wrote these questions.
Yeah.
Yeah. I used to be in a band with Dave when he was 16, and
These are all self-fulfilling questions.
that's what I think. Yeah. I'd rather be a comedian than a rock star because they don't they make the stages stronger for my weight capacity for comedy than rock.
Meatloaf had some good tunes, dude.
Yeah, and he fell off the stage several times. So
That poor stage.
yeah.
All right, do you prefer writing or performing?
Both. I don't know. If I had to choose, I would rather be a performer than a writer.
No one likes the writing process.
No,
It's
but
boring
you
as
have
hell.
to do it.
Plus, it's just
So.
nags in your head all day until you get it out. And
Yeah.
this is just me. Huh?
Well, my goal was
You
to
guys
kind
have
of
voices that tell you to do things.
Yeah.
right?
The voice in my head said, "Do a lot of my old jokes tonight because then I can. They'll be on television and 4 people will see them, and then I won't do them anymore. I'm going to try to retire all those jokes."
Thank God for everybody.
Right?
Huh? All right. Thanks, Bert,
thank
for
you.
coming on. All right, everybody. That's our whole show. Thanks, Shaw, for doing this. Thanks, Doug and Dave and everyone for doing it, and you guys for coming out. Thanks all the comedians for performing and not bombing as bad as they usually do. Thanks, everybody. Have a good night.